Hey guys, how's it going? It is Margaret and I'm here with another interview. Yay! And today I'm interviewing Carly from the Poetry of Nice. Say hello.
Hello.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm so glad that you agreed to come over and let me interview you.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Okay, so I see that we've got Tanya in the chat right now. Hello, Tanya. And so yeah, I've got a ton of questions for you. Some are ones that I sent you in advance. Some are from our friends on Facebook in our group, because you're now one of the admins over in International League of Thrifters.
Yes.
And then there's some secret questions. I like this. I like the secret one.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. Okay, you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Tell us who you are.
Okay, so hello, I am Carly. I am from the Poetry of Nice. I have an Etsy shop, which is kind of my preferred hunting ground. I love Etsy. And I have an eBay shop as well. And I like to sell vintage stuff primarily, is kind of where I've drifted off to recently. And I make YouTube videos, which is a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay. So I see from the picture behind you, but tell us where you live and what part of the country you live in.
I live in East Tennessee now. I'm obviously not from here originally. But yes, East Tennessee is where I'm at the moment, which is amazing at this time of year. Can I just say, fall over here is unlike anything I've seen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We keep getting hints of fall, but now it's back into the 90s almost.
Yeah,
so.
no, I'm good.
Maybe after Halloween we'll get some cooler weather. So where are you originally from?
Okay,
we got a lot of questions about that.
Yes, obviously England. But I'm from North Yorkshire, which is up top in England. So I'm from there originally, a place like close to a city called York. It's like an old Roman city. But I lived in London for about 5 years. That's where I went to school and stuff like that. And that's where I lived right before I moved over here. So I'm happy to have some small town living.
Nice. Okay. All right. So how did we meet?
I feel like we started commenting on each other's videos. I feel like that was the first thing there, which was cool. And then I know I watch a lot of what you do, being on Etsy so much and stuff, stealing ideas. And then now I'm an admin on International League of Thrifters, which is super exciting. That is such a good group. And I guess we talk every day now.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to say hi in the chat real quick, because I like to. Hey. Watch out for AJ says, good evening from Amanda. And Loretta says, hello, and HB Picker, and My Sales Rocks, and Harley Woman, and Loretta again, and Barbara. Hello, Barbara, and Trisha. Hello. We have 18 viewers right now.
Awesome.
Okay, oh, and Joni. Hey, Joni. Okay, so I'm scrolling through the questions. Here we go. Okay, so you have 2 little ones at home. How old are your boys again?
They're both under 3 at the moment. So the oldest one's going to be 3 in about 2 weeks, and the other one is 14 months.
Oh,
yeah. Intense.
So are they home with you all day, or do they go to Mother's Day out sometimes? Or
They're home all day every day. And we actually tried a Mother's Day out for like 2 weeks, and then within that 2 weeks we all got so sick that me and the little one ended up in the ER. Like taking turns vomiting over ourselves. So we were like, let's just chill on this for a while. So I'm home at the moment, but I guess I'm seeing how revenue builds up, and thinking about bringing someone in maybe like once a week or something to come and nanny so I can work.
Right, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that, because that's what I was thinking, like, oh, it's so hard in the summers when the boys are both home, and mine are older. So I was just like, how do you do it? So that's part of it. I think it's coming, but so I'll just ask now because it fits, right? So how do you organize your time as far as that with reselling and photography and listings and everything?
When I first started, I was like so gung-ho about it that I was trying to do it all. And it doesn't work. Like I was stressed and the kids were stressed, and it was a no-go. So now it's pretty much if the food's really good.
Wait, it went like mute for a second. I couldn't hear what you said. So something about the food really good.
Yes. Okay. I was saying that it's in nap times, or like sometimes meal times. I'll get like 10 to 15 minutes if the food's really good, and then after they go to bed, pretty much. And I will try and get my 3-year-old, like he will grab his toys and like his play phone or whatever and pretend to take photographs with me. Like they do kind of help and stuff. Which is really nice. And like when we pack in the evenings, my 3-year-old will usually still be awake and he'll like carry them to the door and all that kind of stuff. So we try and get them, which is kind of stressful because he sticks stickers on everything. There's like priority mail stickers on everything. But no, it's, you know, it's nice to get them involved a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, let's see. There's some more people coming into the chat. Katie Mobley and Adam is in the chat. Hello from Southern California, he says. And Uncommon Pickers. And Loretta says, Carly, sorry for you about the sneakers. What happened with the sneakers?
Oh, God.
Did I miss something?
Converse, for the love of God. I'm assuming it's the Converse that she's talking about. I made a video on this, my worst eBay mistake ever. Essentially, I went to this rummage sale. It was right at the end, and they were pretty much giving stuff away. And I picked up this dirty, ratty old pair of Converse for like 25 cents, I think I bought them. And I picked them up literally because there was not much there and they were so cheap. And I brought them home and they sat in my garage forever. And I was so close to either donating them or just throwing them away. They were that gross. But I put them through the washer, and one day I was like, whatever, I'm going to list them. If I get $10 out of them, it's $10, whatever.
Yeah.
And they sold instantly. I mean, like the moment that they went up. And I guess someone sniped them. I don't know. And so I like looked at my husband and he was like, uh-oh. So we took some time and like looked real carefully in the insoles and whatever, and I see made in USA. And then he gets his hands on them and starts looking them up, and like 5 minutes later he comes back and he's like, babe, these are vintage blue label Chuck Taylors that go for like $300.
Oh my God.
Serious. Oh God! I look for vintage sneakers everywhere I go now because I feel like I need redemption.
Right? I think I do remember this story. This was not like super recent. It was
no, it wasn't. It was a little while ago. But anyway, I was like in that conundrum of like, do I cancel the? I even called eBay to be like, is there a way I can do this and not get a defect? And I had 2 defects already for things that had gotten broken at some point. I felt like I needed to just honor the sale, like it was the right thing to do. But I about like threw up all over. So it's a really sucky situation. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I've sold a lot of sneakers since then. I'm good.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay, real quick in the chat. Hey, LV Looper and Vicky and Switswoo. Nick and Andrea, you guys are up late. Oh my gosh, Nick Hills. Do you watch Nick Hills?
England, yeah.
It's like 1 a.m., right? Hey, Turtle Trader. Okay, so here we go. Let's get back to the questions.
Alrighty.
So what did you do before reselling?
All kinds of stuff. Let me think. I taught horse riding. I was a camp counselor. I used to work at a vet. My most interesting job was I used to work at an inpatient facility for troubled teens. That was intense, let me tell you. Yeah. All kinds of different stuff. I kind of dabbled. I never really stuck with anything, and then I just love this. I feel like maybe I was waiting for this.
Yeah, for sure, right? It's so fun. How long have you been at it?
So I kind of dipped in and out of it for the last couple of years as the boys were still small, you know what I mean? Teeny tiny. But now about 7 months, just like treating it like a job pretty much. And it's gone well so far I'm pleased with how it's gone, definitely.
It's true. Like if you put the time and effort and stuff into it, it really can be very lucrative.
Definitely.
So, okay. Let's see. I asked that one. And then this kind of fits in with that. Would you consider yourself a full-time or a part-time?
Part-time, just because I got the mama thing that I'm balancing with and stuff. But I think I probably get to do it a couple of hours a day and a little bit more on the weekends. I source 1 day a week. I do Saturday mornings and I go out and do the yard sales and rummage sales and stuff like that. And at the moment, that's it. Every other day, I list. And that can be anywhere from like 1 to
Mm-hmm.
15 items. It just depends.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And my kids are at school, but I still have trouble getting my listings in.
There you go. I know.
It's true. Okay, so how did you get started?
Let me think. So when I was pregnant, actually with my first, we got quite a bit of baby stuff from garage sales, and I started noticing that I could get the stuff really cheap. And then the Facebook groups, the local Facebook groups, that charge significantly more. So I would start picking up things like pack and plays and like strollers and things like that for like 10-15 bucks, and then sell them for like 45 or whatever, which was okay. But I really hated doing the meetups. Like I had so many people just not turn up, and then I felt like with that as well, you really could never switch off, because people, you know how you like cross post and people are like questions sold, blah blah blah, what a pending pickup, whatever.
Yeah.
And I felt like my phone was always going off and I always had to reply to people, and it was just like really stressful. So I kind of chilled out on that a little bit, and then it sort of merged into eBay and then Etsy. Yeah.
I did some on like the local garage sale sites or garage sale. I don't think you'll have that, but
yeah,
every now and then I'll like when I got rid of the antique booth, I did that. Like I put a ton of stuff up there from that just to get rid of it.
like the big stuff.
Oh, and I just sold that Army field desk.
Oh,
that I showed. Yes. I was like, hallelujah, it's gone.
That's local pickup, right?
Yes.
Goodness.
Oh, I was so happy. Okay, sorry. So what do you love selling best?
Okay, so like surprisingly, it's like morphed recently, but I really like doing the vintage eyeglasses and stuff, although that's I bought so many of them so quickly that I'm just like getting through my pile right now. But like vintage sportswear, that sounds nothing that I ever would have thought I would like, but I started picking up like stuff here. We have the UT Vols, like Go Big Orange, whatever, and I find them at yard sales all day long for like 50 cents and $1, these like sweaters or vintage t-shirts. And as soon as I started putting them in my shop, I guess this football season, I just can't keep them in there. It's amazing. And they go for like 20-25 bucks a piece every time, quick. And so that's like one of the things I really look for right now. And I've sold other teams as well. I'm just, you know,
that's a good idea. I didn't know that. Yeah. I like it. I don't really pick up sports stuff.
No, I never thought I would. I have no interest in sports. I like the clothes about it. And then like the sneakers. I have, so after the Converse debacle, I am into sneakers now. I really like sort of learning about them and picking them up. So
you're Reeboks. I was like, oh my gosh.
Who would have thought?
I wouldn't.
No.
I was just so wow. Well, I actually took pictures of some shoes today. So what were they? Dansko's or something. And I don't normally pick them up, but
I just sold some of those as well, like the Mary Jane kinds. They went for like 45.
Yeah, I need to get these listed.
Did you put them on Etsy as well?
No, not yet. These are, I don't think they're vintage. They're like the pink, like breast cancer ones.
Oh yeah, I remember those from your haul. Yeah.
So from forever ago, right? They're still not listed. Okay, so here's the next question. I cross-post on eBay and Etsy. Do you cross-post as well?
Yes, totally. I really do. Not everything, obviously, but pretty much anything that, well, I say pretty much anything that falls within the parameters. But some things I just don't bother putting up on eBay, like those Reeboks. I buy them off of eBay sometimes because the price there is so low, the price point, what they tend to go for. And then I just go ahead and list them on Etsy and sell them for like 50, 60 bucks. It just depends. And I don't really do eyeglasses on eBay either. I know people do well, but I find that on Etsy, people don't care about brand as much. They just care about the style. And that kind of helps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I was going to say something now. I forgot. What was it? Oh my gosh, what were you just talking about? Oh, sniping, getting them off eBay. I've heard of a few other people doing that lately.
Yeah, I don't do it a lot. But when I get the itch to buy and I can't get anywhere to do it.
That's a good idea, because then a lot of people are finding those jewelry jars, and then some people say they can't find them anywhere, but like that's a good way to do it. Like go on eBay and get it.
You never know.
You might be buying like the stuff that I didn't want. So
yes, seriously. I find it kind of scary as well, because then you end up dropping like $10 or $15 on something that you'd usually spend like $1 on. So I'm like working out my profit margins quickly, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what does your spouse do?
He works in IT, something to do with computers, but he's good at it.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how about your family? How does your family react to what you do?
I don't know really. Like, I think they're starting to take it more seriously. I think, but I think they're more like, they get surprised with how, what I managed to sell things for sure. But yeah, I don't know really. They're just like, hey, how's the yard sale thing going? Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. I think people become surprised when they see how much money you can actually make at it.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Okay, hey, Oz Worldwide is saying hello. He's going to have to leave but catch the replay. And Vicky says, hey, go Vols. Am I saying that right? Or is it Vols?
Vols.
Okay. And there's Jeff Davidson. Hey. Okay. So, and if you have questions in the chat, throw them in there, because I have some from people, but am I echoing again?
No, you're good for me.
Okay. All right. So YouTube, how did you get started on YouTube?
It was like 6 months ago, I think it was. And I pretty much started to like challenge myself to come full circle with the items. So I like do the haul and then make sure I do the sales videos. And it's good for me as well to reference, like I get to see my turnaround time when I do it that way. And that gives me an idea of what all I want to pick up later on down the line, like what's really sat and what flips pretty quick. And I'm not really into the quick flip thing, but then again, if you can do it easily and still get the amount of money you want, you do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, because I'm bad about keeping stuff and not listing stuff.
Oh, we all.
I'm really, really bad about it. Okay, so you've been at it for about 7 months, you say, right?
Mm-hmm, just about.
Yeah, you're doing your channel's really good.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoy it. It's really cool. The people are so cool. I cannot tell you how much I have learned from those comments, like information I would not have gathered anywhere else from people chiming in and sharing it with me.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And that's why I love doing all videos, because half the time I'll think I know what something is, and somebody in the chat or in the comments will say, eh.
Yeah. It's valuable.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, so do you have a strange or funny reseller story?
Okay, so I thought about this. No, okay, the strangest thing, the only thing that comes to mind, I had this one seller, and so I had a pair of shoes in, and as soon as I put them up, it was these vintage, I thought they were size 16s, is how I'm going to preface this, and he sent me a message, and he asked me if I would reduce the price. They weren't on best offer. And I kind of went back. I said, no, not at this time, but I'll let you know if I do or whatever. And he went ahead and bought them anyway. And then the messages started, and they were things about like, I'm going to be, well, beforehand he was saying he was going to share these size 16 shoes with his 13-year-old son, all kinds of really like slightly bizarre things. And then he started sending me messages saying, we'll just have to find the money. This is after he bought them. And telling me I made his son cry and things like that because I wouldn't accept their offer. But the weirdest part is I sent the shoes, and they turned out I had measured them wrong. They were size 11. It was totally my bad. And he was the most gracious person. Like, I cannot tell you. Like, when he first messaged me, my first instinct was, it's a scam. But it wasn't. It was my mistake. And he was a really kind person and really gracious. So I was like, okay, I need to give people the benefit of the doubt a bit more.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Wait, Switswoo in the chat. I think that's Nick and Andrea. Oh, it is. You missed this part. We asked this question, but I'll ask it again for you, Nick and Andrea. They said, hi, Carly, is there UK in your accent?
Yes, there is. Yorkshire.
There you go. Okay, so what do you love to pick up that never brings very much money?
Good question. I feel like outside of the sports stuff, vintage t-shirts, like whenever I see something cool that's older, I'm like, oh, that t-shirt is awesome, and then it just sits and sits because no one cares. Not really. And jewelry, like maybe I should send you my jewelry. I feel like I pick it up because I find it so cheap at estate sales and stuff, and I hate listing it. Like, that's my bugbear. Like,
Really?
I'm your opposite. Yeah, I'm not into the jewelry thing, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's great because there's something for everybody. Like, because I'm not really into clothes and shoes and.
Definitely.
So, that's awesome. Okay. I'm skipping a question. Nope, no, I'm not. Okay. What is the most unexpected thing that people don't know about you?
Did I have a really random bachelor's degree in performance arts? A useless degree that no one could possibly do anything with. I don't know. So I spent 3 years in school, like, I don't even know, like, pretending to be a tree and all kinds of stupid stuff. Oh god. It's useless, but it's fine. That's okay. And I went to a very prestigious drama school to do that.
That's a great question. If you could be a tree.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, that's unexpected. That's for sure. All right, and so I put the next question is, what platforms do you sell on? I know you said eBay and Etsy. Do you sell anywhere else?
Well, that's kind of it right now. So I did do Bonanza for a while, and I actually had quite a few sales there. And then I started getting emails through, and they were one thing. What did it say? It was like, your item has been featured this week. And it was an item that had sold like 2 weeks ago. So I went into Bonanza and like synced everything, and it was not, I'm hoping it was just me, it was not syncing everything. Like, I had all kinds of items there that had sold. Yeah, and it freaked me out to the point where I just like shut down my store, and I told myself I'm going to go in and I'm going to sort it out, and I have not gone back and done it yet. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I think I had when I did it, I think I'd had maybe 2 sales, and both of them ended up being trouble sales. It was really weird. So I was like,
not so much.
Hey, LV Looper, and there's Tanya and Henry. Hello, hello. Yeah, Barbara says she just left Bonanza today. She had some problems too.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll get their stuff together or not. Have you tried this Facebook Marketplace yet? I haven't tried it.
No, I haven't. Is that still local pickup?
I think so. I think it's like a Craigslist type of thing.
Not yet. I do have it. I've seen it pop up, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so what resources do you use all the time?
Sold and completed listings, obviously. Google Images, the Facebook groups are good. I try not to use them too much, but if you're in a pickle, they're really good to throw it out there and see if anyone knows anything. That's pretty much it. I stopped pretty much using my phone when I'm out now, unless it's like it's something that's expensive and I need to double check. I feel like I'm starting to learn now the type of things that are worth picking up or whatever. So that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Do you find a lot of yard sales and stuff where you are?
Yes, it is pretty good. And now I'm starting to learn like the areas. I keep going back to these like affluent neighborhoods. I don't know if anyone else has this, but I'm like, oh, it's a community sale, and these big houses, and I never find anything there. At least not what I pick up, like the older stuff and like whatever. I waste like half the morning. I'm like, I won't give up. I will leave here with something, and usually it's something for me if it's anything.
Yes. Okay, so who or what would you say led to your success, either on reselling or YouTube?
Oh, good question. Well, there's the usual people that I think most people name when they talk about who they watch and stuff. So there's obviously Texas Gal Treasures, and then I have like Planet Alyssa that I watch a lot of, Scavenger Life, the Tap Chat. I like that. Am I okay?
You froze a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you watch the Tap Chat? Oh,
yes, I do. I like it. Get the British on. Who else? Thrifty Treasures. There's a lot. They're so entertaining. It's this community, right? Like everybody in it together. There's never nothing to watch.
That's for sure. Goodness knows. My watch, like, I'm always behind on watching people's videos. It's shameful.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, so what is the most unexpected thing that you have found about reselling?
There's so much stuff. Like when I first started, I felt like there was this drought and like I had to try and be everywhere at once and I couldn't miss a weekend and so much stuff. Like there's no shortage, that's for sure. And like, you know, in terms of selling as well, there's room for everyone, right? Like we all sell different stuff and chances are you're not going to find the same exact random vintage thing that I picked up last week. So I don't care to tell about it because it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Okay, now they're getting different. Okay, I'll do these weird ones and then we'll go to the questions from the Facebook group. Okay. What was a time when you felt like you made a difference?
There was a baby book that I sold recently. It was from the 50s, and the woman sent me a message afterwards. She was so sweet, and essentially she had bought it. She had a preemie baby, and the baby was like 8 weeks old by that point. And she said to me that she finally felt like safe to get a baby book and start documenting stuff. And that was, I mean, I don't know that I made a difference in that, but I'm glad that I could like hook her up with this thing that was really, really special. And this was a really special baby book, I think. Like there wasn't many out there, and it was perfect situation.
Those are always so nice when you hear you get those messages. And honestly, you get them more from Etsy buyers than you do eBay.
Yes, you do. They're like really open to sharing why they're buying stuff and then coming back and telling you how it was. I've actually had people send me photos of stuff set up. There's someone who's got something like a baby shower and she sent me a picture of like the whole spread. It was in the middle as a centerpiece. It made my day. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had people send pictures too, or like attach them to their reviews or whatever.
Aww.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. Do you have any near-death experiences?
The only thing that I can think of, I was like 18 years old and unwise, shall we say. And I was driving my car at like 60 miles an hour down this country road, and I was fiddling with the radio, which I feel like was like that version of texting, maybe, you know, like messing with it. And there was another car coming, I didn't realize. And 60 miles an hour, both of us, we took off each other's wing mirrors completely. Like it was so freaking close to being head on. And I don't, yeah. I'm like this driving now still.
That's close enough, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, next. Do you have any ghost stories or do you believe in ghosts?
Yes. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, I got several ghost stories for you. The first one I'm going to tell you is when I was about 6 years old at my house in England, I saw this really random, what I now think is like a shadow person, what people talk about, but it was this shadow that, like, I don't know, I was freaking out anyway, and it came across the landing and like into my room, like on the ceiling. No pets or anything in the house, upstairs alone, just this like head and shoulder shadow across the ceiling. It sounds so weird to describe, but I can still see it like in my mind, vivid as day. So that was my first thing. And then my other thing was I went to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Do you know where that's like in Kentucky? It was an old TV.
Yeah.
Stupid idea. They do tours, and there was a floor there, like I think it was like the 4th floor, and they talk about there's a little boy that's on there or something, a little boy ghost. And I was walking along and I had like my bag or whatever, and I felt something like grab my bag, and I thought it was the person next to me or behind me or whatever trying to take my bag. So I spun around to like give them what for. There's nobody there.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was like, save me, Jesus.
That would do it.
Oh my God. My husband is like super into that stuff as well. When we honeymooned, we went to Savannah, and we're at this one house, this Abercorn something, and it's like this, it has the freakiest stories, and this poor guy just stood there telling about like people took bricks and like they brought
oh no,
you should have known this before we got married. He's like messing with stuff.
oh no. Oh, those are good stories though.
Yeah.
Pixie had one recently where he had like some guy in a tweed suit, like he was standing at the foot of his bed. This is recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Super creepy.
So, well, and then he lives in this really old house too. So it's like house is before Columbus came and discovered America.
I'm good. New construction all the way.
Just not on an Indian burial ground. Okay. We agreed in advance that we wouldn't sing, but if you could sing one song, karaoke style or on American Idol, what would you sing?
Okay. Margaritaville.
Really?
Why? Because of the audience participation aspect. I like the public salt scenario. That is what I would sing for sure.
That's a good idea, because then it kind of drowns out.
Yes.
If I were to sing it.
My singing, yes. That's the key.
Guyver Vick says that's a nice mug. It's a fantastic mug you've got there.
That's my husband.
Oh.
Thanks, babe.
And then Loretta says, does everyone use a P.O. box? What about phone numbers for customers?
I do not have a P.O. box now, and I guess my normal phone number is on there. I'm yet to receive any kind of phone call from a customer, but
yeah, I use a P.O. box. And I have a Google Voice. I got a Google Voice number. Those are free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I use that. Okay, where would you go in a time machine?
I feel like the 50s. I don't know why. I'd probably go and spy on my grandparents. They were both pretty badass back then.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go and check them out. They were both in the Navy, and they were like, I don't know. They were cool. They're still but they were particularly cool back then. I'd probably go and take a peek.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Okay, now for some of the Facebook questions. We haven't really gotten into any of the secret questions yet.
Yes.
They're coming. All right, Christine Ray from the group, she says, I'd love to hear more about how Carly decides to list on Etsy and eBay. Also, specific examples from her experience as which platform is better for which certain type of vintage items. We kind of talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So like vintage shoes particularly, and vintage eyeglasses, I tend to stick to Etsy mostly, just because like style seems to win over brand there, whereas I feel with like eBay it tends to be the other way around. Like I feel like on Etsy, like my main keywords are like 80s eyeglasses or like 90s sneakers or whatever, whereas on eBay it's you know, my keywords need to be like more brand oriented, I think. And then in terms of just guiding, I mean, I'll go on like sold and listings and things, but I don't necessarily let eBay dictate my prices. Like, it's a good reference point. And I certainly, you know, some of the things I will go by, but a lot of the time, if I think something is worth more than how it's portrayed on eBay, I will go higher. And a lot of the times I will get that price. So
I'm gonna go grab my phone that I threw over there earlier. My alarm's going off. Hang on.
I'll just sip my coffee. I'm back.
Where'd it go? Here we go. Yeah, I totally agree with just using that as a kind of a frame of reference for pricing. I mean, a lot of people really use it as the be all end all, you know?
Yeah.
But I've started kind of doing a cross section of what I see on Etsy and on eBay and kind of everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Just, the more reference points, the better, really. And then obviously take into account how much of something there is. If yours is a little bit different, there's all kinds of different variables.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to save Nellie's question for just a second, and we'll do the other ones. All right. See, this one also we've kind of answered. Tisha Toon says she wants to know a little bit more about you. She's cute as a button. Where's she from? None of our biz, but I love her accent. Is she a stay-at-home mama? And looking forward to listening to her. Her videos are so good. But yeah, we kind of covered where you're from.
Yeah, England, North Yorkshire. Yes, stay-at-home mama, very much so, and then just part-time listing whenever I can, like evenings, nap time, weekends, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Tanya in the chat says she loved hearing the ghost stories, and her daughter's wanting to know what time it is where you are. She's in Tennessee.
It is.
Tanya.
Yeah, it's 8:30.
Madeline's her little girl, so her little girl wants to know.
Oh.
What time is it? Okay, let's see. Kelly wants to know okay. Now she's saying something about, I'm trying to phase through just to the question part. Okay, Carly blows my mind on her sales. And as a new Etsy seller, how she took off so fast and is making such good money. She needs it. She says, I need encouragement. So yeah, how long have you been selling on Etsy?
About 7 months. 7 months my store's been open now. I did have a store a while back where I attempted to sell handmade items. I had about 5 things in there, and I never sold a single thing until I went into labor with my first son, and something sold.
No way.
And then I shut down the store. So, but like the vintage side, yeah, about 7 months now.
So how do you feel? Because a lot of people say, oh, I list things on Etsy and nothing ever sells. And I mean, I feel like it's kind of like with eBay. You just got to keep listing and,
Yeah, definitely. You got to keep listing. Personally, I think the number one thing on Etsy, apart from, obviously having like good quality items and, a few items, like maybe 50 and above or whatever, it's SEO, I think. Like if you can educate yourself on SEO on Etsy, it's really important, to get seen. When there's 14,000 results for vintage eyeglasses, you need to work out how to get in the first, 5 pages.
Yeah. And that's on those tags, right? When you're doing the tags?
Yes, it's title, description, the tags and the keywords and things like that. It's making sure it's relevant, like not just for the internet as well, but for specifically as a platform.
Yeah, I make sure I fill in all those tags, and if I get stuck, I go like stalking other people's listings that show up on the first page. Like, what did you do? What did you say?
Never waste the tag. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I think, it takes the time, but it's well worth it, for those of you who are interested.
Yeah.
Okay. Lisa Jolie asked, I agree, Carly is adorable. I enjoy watching her hauls and sales videos. I'm amazed by her sales. I would like to know how she takes such amazing photos, which I agree. I want to find out too. I also would like to know how that Shopify store is going for her. Was it worth the investment each month?
Okay, so Shopify, I think I've had 2 sales and it's been good for about 2 months. Here's the thing, I opened it up thinking that it was going to be a platform where I was going to blog daily about the items and like talk about, the history or where I picked them up and the character of these things and just really kind of work on that. And I have not found the time. Like when it comes to priority or whatever, it's got to be, am I okay? Did I freeze?
No, you're good.
Cool. Yeah, the priority goes into listing, right? Like at the end of the day. So I think I'm gonna kill the Shopify store for now. Like just put a pin in it until like after 4th quarter and when things calm down, which things never calm down.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on Etsy and eBay for 4th quarter for sure. And the photos. So I did a video today about the photos because so many people had asked me. I cheat the whole way. So it's cost me like $1 to do it. I buy a $1 big piece of white card from the Dollar Tree. And I like stick it to a dining room chair. It's not glamorous at all. I stick it to a dining room chair near like where there's natural light coming in and take my photo. And then the rest of it I do through editing. I use 2 different things. I use photofuse.com, photo with an F, and that basically allows you to highlight your item and then it gives you a very like consistent white background behind it, so it cleans it up. And then I use PicMonkey to get my dimensions right, or to do collages when I want to have more like visual information for my buyers on Etsy such a limited thing with 5 pictures, and that's it. It takes me maybe 3 minutes for a good thumbnail, and that's it. And I won't do all my pictures because that would take me years to do.
Right, yeah.
But
Can I share your, can I pull up your store and show them what your pictures look like?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. Here it comes, people. Because it's true, they look good. Okay, so here's her store on Etsy, Poetry of Nice. So you can see, like, these are her top, because on Etsy you can tag certain photos or listings to show up. Look at this, I love this one, how you got the picture of the lamp and then you have it turned on over here.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna have to try that with the photo fuse. I've never used that.
It takes just a little bit of practice, but it's a cool resource. You see that like Merry Christmas one up there? That just like stands out like a sore thumb to me because I didn't do it. I didn't do photo fuse.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. No, they look really good.
Oh, thank you.
And I edit my photos and after the fact as well, but yours look really good. So I'm gonna go watch a video and learn how to do better. Okay, let's see. Oh, I lost my questions. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Nellie's question. You ready?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, do it.
Okay, so we can pull back now.
No, do it. Entertain the people.
So Nellie asks, oh wait, let me do the chat real quick. I'm glad there's LV Looper says, I'm glad there's a shadow in the pictures. Pure blank white background screams stock image to me. Wonder if there's an actual seller pic. Okay. Nellie asks, I love her videos and her accent. I would like to know what she's really saying at the end of her videos. Inquiring minds want to know. Hey, Angie M. So if you watch Carly's videos on the Poetry of Nice, at the end of her video, she has like an outro clip. And I'm going to show you the actual clip. So this is not the one. Okay. So here's the actual clip of what it's like. Is this okay? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let me make sure I grab the right one. Okay. Can you guys see it? Can you see it on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So at the end of her video, she's got this. And it's so cute. I love it. Here we go. Okay, so that's the actual ending of her videos, right? And so I okayed this with her, and I was wondering too. So I thought I would try my hand at the craze, the bad lip reading that's been going around, you know. So were you guys in the chat able to hear the sound and everything for the video, or was it just showing the video? I can't hear if they're saying anything. I'll wait and see, make sure they could hear the song that went with it. Nobody. But did you watch any of those bad lip reading videos?
Yes, I have. I've seen the Star Trek one, I think.
I watched one today. It was a Game of Thrones one.
Oh.
I'm waiting for the chat to tell me if they could hear the sound for the video that I just showed. Barbara says it didn't have sound. Oh no. Uh-oh, how can I do it to make sure you can hear it? Okay, well, how do I do this? Maybe if I put it up to here. Okay, let me try it again. I'm gonna just play a teensy clip of that one, and I'm gonna try holding my mic up to my. You heard the music, Vintage Thrifter? Music, but not her speaking. No, that's right. There's no speaking because I'm doing the bad lip reading. Ready? Hey, Chad. Chad, the Golden Finger Picker's here. Okay, so some people said that there was no sound, but did you hear music? They said they heard music. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play the one that, so yeah, that's the actual way it's supposed to be. The end of her videos, it's just that, and it's got the sound. It's really, really cute. And so thanks for being a good sport. Okay, here we go. Here's me trying my hand at the bad lip syncing. And I sent this to her prior. Okay, okay, here we go. Ready? Beans with anything other favors, but no, that's not you. It's bad that these birds hate you. He loves her, and so so many of them, have herpes, and that's fine. But What's it all about? I have fun.
I love that there's now a video of me on YouTube talking about herpes. That's
And I was like, that's what Randy said. I sent it to him and he was like, Margaret, are you sure you want to say herpes?
Love it.
Oh, I appreciate you letting me share that with you. And honestly, I had so much fun doing it that I started making another one with some of my friends' videos, and I'll have to ask them if I can
Love
post
it. Love it.
So we'll see how it goes, if they'll say yes. Because I'm making like a little compilation one with Rakin and Bonafide Hustler and Nick and Andrea. So we'll see. But what are you really saying?
Oh, it's super not interesting. So on my channel, like the welcome video or whatever, it's just from that. The Google manufactured this thing from the clips or whatever, and my husband was like, hey, that looks cool, let's put that on the outro with a subscribe thing. I was like, okay. And that's it. So if you want to know what I'm saying, go watch my welcome video. They're like, who is the poetry of nice, and it's all there, and there's nothing about herpes, I promise.
It was all me. Yeah, it could have been worse. I'm trying to keep it cleanish. Okay. Oh, we're doing great on time. Are you ready for the secret questions?
Yes, fire away.
Okay, secret questions. If we could prank one other YouTuber, who would it be, and what would we do?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I should have sent this one in advance.
That's okay. I feel like Zahir, right? That's the right name.
Zahir?
Zahir, just
yeah.
He'd giggle so much. And I don't know. I honestly don't know what we do. Something not too bad, because, you know.
Nothing mean.
Yeah, nothing mean. No. I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to think of a master plan. I'm not sure.
Yes. Okay, here we go. I am a wizard now.
Yes.
And I just turned, it's true. And I just turned you into a fly. What do you do?
Survive for as long as possible. I'm not sure. There's a short lifespan involved, as much as I can in that short amount of time.
Right, live it up.
Seriously. YOLO.
I think I asked to hear this question, and he was like, I would find a pile of poo to go sit on. I was like, what?
I didn't living it up fly style. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's what he said. Okay, here we go. What was the last film you saw?
The Conjuring 2.
Oh,
spooky. Yeah.
what's your favorite holiday?
It's between Halloween and Christmas. I'm not sure. Probably no, Christmas. I'm gonna go with Christmas, but it's a
Your
close.
Halloween decorations are so cute, though.
Thank you. I enjoy. My husband, every time he comes home, he's like, "What have you done?" Because every day there's something new. Nothing.
We still haven't put ours, and I usually like October 1st. I do that decorations that hasn't gone up yet. Tomorrow.
My children are obsessed with. There's a skeleton like in our garden, and it loses its head every 5 minutes because like my kids are running around with like clacking its teeth together. Like normal. Like why would the neighbors say? I don't know.
Okay. What's your nickname?
Carly. I don't have one. Is that sad?
No.
Give me one. I don't know.
We'll think on it. Okay. How many tattoos do you have?
9.
9?
9, yeah.
You got more than me.
How many do you have?
5.
Ooh, okay. I've only ever seen the one in your arm.
Yeah, the rest you don't want to see anymore. 2 of them don't look like what they're supposed to look like because I've had babies since then.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I got a few when I was like 16 or 17 and in that weird rebellious punk rock thing that people go through, and so they're a little iffy now as well, but there we go.
Okay. What is your position on men wearing sandals?
I think it's acceptable as long as socks are not involved.
Good answer. Okay. How would you convince a 90-year-old to stop smoking?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I'd bother. Is that bad? I'm like, just go for it.
Right.
Knock yourself out.
All right. Couple more. And if you guys have any more questions in the chat, throw them out there. And is there anything that you want to know about me?
Yes, I do have a question for you. So a while back, you made a video about your Ouija boards and the witness. What happened to them?
They are no longer living in this house.
That's good. Where'd they go?
They found a new home.
Okay.
I ended up redonating them because people got me so freaked out.
Yeah, I know.
I was just like,
I scrolled through that chat again the other day just to read it, and I was like, man, this is intense.
and people like felt really strongly one way or the other. And then I kept, and I did it just for fun, right?
Yeah.
And then I just kept getting all these messages about, you've got to bury them upside down in the dirt. And no, don't do that. People like arguing in the comment section, no, you got to burn them.
Yeah,
and they're like, no, you don't burn them because then the spirits break free.
You're like, goodwill.
Okay. Yeah, and I know logically it's a mass-produced piece of cardboard and plastic. I know it is.
Yeah.
But I was just like, in the chat, they're like, come on. And even Jason sent me, like, Jason T. Smith, he sent me a message where he was like, Margaret, please tell me that you don't believe this stuff.
You're like, I didn't.
I did it as a joke, but then people started getting me freaked out.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, is there anything you would never want me to know about you?
Probably. Don't we all have those things?
Yes.
Deep down.
It's hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has them, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty much out of questions.
Cool.
Do you have anything else you want to share?
I don't think so. Not off the top of my head. No.
All right. We're ending up a little bit early. I don't have any more questions in the chat. I know Jason's got a show tonight after this at 8. So, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Yes. And if you guys have not gone and followed Carly over on her YouTube channel, it is called The Poetry of Nice.
Yay.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching, and we will talk to you later. Bye.